Well, getting out metal detecting is never old hat. Welcome to Finding America. It is really great to see you here. Now I have some very cool news to share with all of you. I've just opened my brand new Finding America merchandise and apparel store on eBay. And in the store right now, we have our world famous Finding America drop cloth. And I also have a brand new product that I've been working on, and if you haven't guessed yet, it's a Finding America baseball cap. Now I have these available in navy blue like this one. And I also have them available in a very cool dark red color as well. There are more new products coming in the next week or so, and I'll be adding them to the eBay store. Now, I really wanted to offer high quality products, and I really hope you like what I have to offer. And of course, every single purchase helps to support Finding America. And I've put a link to the store down below in the video description. Well, this past week, I knew ahead of time that I had a really big snowstorm heading my way this past weekend. So I made sure to get out a couple times during the week because I really wanted to get a video out. Now, I've had this spot that I've been waiting for the cold weather to hit. And now that it has, I decided to go out there and hit it. It's a massive, multi-acre hillside covered in thick kudzu vine. But it was once the site of a turn-of-the-century dump. Now, it was extremely difficult hunting, but in the end, I had a lot of fun out there with my Minelab Equinox 800. Well, I'm out bright and early. I have to pardon the noise a little bit. I'm high above a couple factories, but I'm on a hillside just completely covered in kudzu. And now that we have the cold weather, I can get out here without worrying about all the wasps, the hornets, and the snakes. But it is very difficult hunting. And I'm out here with the Equinox 800 running in Park 2 15-inch coil because I want to get as much depth as I can on this stuff because there's probably like a 5-inch buffer before you hit the dirt just from all these vines that have grown. So I got a nice little 12 signal here. I've already dug like 3 old ball jar lids and I got this little thing and I just thought I'd show it to you. It says meters and feet and it has numerical increments, but I have no idea what that went to. Just kind of cool. First interesting target that I've gotten out here, so I'm going to keep on going. And I'm serious, it's not easy out here. Well, I just found that one piece I just showed you right here. I swung my coil up over here. I got a nice 21-22 high tone, and I finally got the vines parted. Excuse me. And it was about 7 inches down. One thing about hunting under this kudzu vines is that the dirt is absolutely awesome. It's just beautiful, super soft, and I tell you what, I got a nice little find here. Look at this, complete buckle. Now, we do have Civil War activity in this area, quite a bit of it actually. I don't know if this goes all the way back to there, but it is definitely an old buckle. And it's completely, look at that. That is awesome. Very happy to have that. So I will put that in my fragile box and keep on going here. Well, pretty nice signal right here. Decent high tone, about 21-22. Dug down and I got the part of an aluminum tin. And honestly, I can actually make out the brand, which is pretty cool because I found one of these in the last video. It's a cosmetic company called Armand. This is probably going to be 30s or 40s, but I can make out night cream, So that's pretty cool. Might have been a little sample or just a small tin of night cream. So very nice, another period piece. Well, I keep getting more signals in this hole, and I'm starting to hit glass and china and pottery. And I know that the bottom of this hill is where we filmed a couple videos from a Victorian dump site, and we had a lot of luck there. And the videos were called Thrilla on the Hilla. And so what the city liked to do was back trucks up to these long hillsides and just dump the garbage down them. And these places were originally a little ways outside of town, and of course now they're pretty much in the heart of town. So I did find things like this, and that's a good sign, and I'm really happy to get that. And then, oh man, look what I found next. I'm glad I got the non-business in first, but I do wear gloves, but still. It's a pitchfork, and looks to be pretty old. But yeah, that would have hurt a little bit if I grabbed it at that end. Okay, I'll tell you what, this is like almost like hunting underwater. Every vine grabs you as you go along. It is pretty treacherous, but I'm getting some good signals. I dug up a couple ball jar lids, and now I got a 17 dug down. I got something pretty cool here. Pretty old axe head right there. That's a neat little relic there. So, it's fun though, because you have no idea what's going to come out of the hole next, and that's the kind of hunting I like the best. Well, we had another mystery solved this week, thanks to all of you watching last week. You might recall a very odd little find that I showed you in the last video called Found in the Ground. Well, a lot of you were watching, and a lot of you let me know that you thought it was a back plate to a fishing reel. And the very first ones to let me know were Michael and Larry. Well, a huge thank you goes out to Michael, Larry, and all the rest of you that helped me hook this ID and made this mystery find a mystery solved. Well, this signal was giving me a 13, and turned out to be something pretty interesting, something old. It's the wick and adjusting wheel to an old lantern. So that's a pretty neat little piece there. And I'm just going to keep on going. I can probably go for another hour or two out here, and then I'm going to have to find something easy, like a marathon or something like that. Well, this one was giving me a 28 on my VDI, and looked like a cap of some sort, and I cleaned it off, and it says Baker's Modified Milk. I've never heard of that before, so I'll check that out when I get home, but it's kind of interesting. Well, I think I got something pretty cool in this hole, and I think I might know what it is. It was giving me a 15, and I dug down, and I saw this come out. And that's pretty cool. Now I'm thinking, it reminds me of those Big 5 tool check tags that I had found in those earlier videos. Oh, this one is crusty. I'm gonna have to work on this one. I'm gonna come right back and see if I can get anything off of this. Well, that's exactly what this is. I've got another one from my collection. It says Big 5, and I think it's number 918. I'm not gonna bother cleaning it anymore. I'm gonna stick this in apple cider vinegar, because these things, they really turn out well on that. So very cool. Glad to have another one of these. And I'm probably 100 yards above from where I dug those originally. So that's a good sign. Maybe there's some more old stuff up here too. Well, dug down on this hole. It was giving me, I'm trying to remember here, about a 20. And got a piece of scrap aluminum, and then I saw something round, and I got a coin. This one's going to be a 1939 Wheatie. So pretty cool. Well, I was only going to have one more chance to metal detect before that big snow hit me. So I decided to revisit a permission that I've had for quite a while. It's a beautiful old house built in the 1800s. Now it also has an adjoining empty lot where an old house once stood as well. I decided to concentrate on some areas that I really hadn't concentrated on before. And boy, am I glad I did. Well, just detecting around this little home site here, empty lot, and just running part 2 11-inch coil, and got a 15, first good target I've gotten, and it looks like I have a really decent looking old pocket knife. Yeah, that is, actually I think that's in pretty good shape. So I'll get it cleaned up when I get home, give you a better look at it, but that's a nice little indicator. I'll tell you what, I really like this next find. Got a little bit of road noise here. I'm where the front yard of the house used to be. And I think this house, well, the house next door, late 1800s, and then it's got a series of old Sears and Roebuck houses, so 20s to 40s. But anyway, this one was giving me a pretty nice high tone from some angles, 25, 27. About 5 inches down, it came out in this clod of dirt, and I broke it open. Now I cleaned this off. But the reason I like this, one, it's an old key, but two, on the key on this side it says Junkunk Brothers, and on this side it says American, I believe, and it's got a number 9. But the Junkunk Brothers were actually very famous in the lock industry. They were actually the very first ones to invent the combination padlock, and I'm trying to remember, it was 1912, I believe. And I actually found part of one of those not too far from this area, actually. So very cool to find a Junkunk Brothers key, and probably going to be 20s, 30s. So just a nice piece. Well, I got something very cool in this hole. It was giving me a 1920 signal on my VDI, and about 6-7 inches down I broke open a clod of dirt that gave me the signal, and check out what landed on my drop cloth. Beautiful brooch or pin, gonna be Victorian. It's just awesome, definitely Victorian or Edwardian. So late 1800s, early 1900s. Boy, oh boy, what a beauty that is. Still got some gold gilt on it, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out in the apple cider vinegar, because these are prime candidates for that. I'm going to give it a quick brush and give you a quick look at it before I show you how it turned out all cleaned up. Well, I used a real soft toothbrush on it because this is a very intricate piece and very fragile. And I'll tell you what, I'm so fortunate that it's complete. It is very thin, but what an awesome piece. Just love it, love it, love it. That made my day right there. Well, this next one was kind of an iffy signal, but I was getting it to high tone occasionally. Oh boy, I got real excited when I saw what popped out of this hole. Unfortunately, it's not complete, but check it out. It was a killer skeleton key. The business end of it, the handle's missing, but that was a beauty. Oh well, I'll take that. That's just a nice piece. Well, just going along and got a 19 to 20 signal, and it was in the plug. I broke open the plug, and it looks like I have a little toy Jeep. Pretty cool. Yep, camouflage paint job. Looks like made in China. I'll get it cleaned up when I get home, give you a better look at it, but always love digging those old toys. Well, just a few feet away from my last target, got a real nice high tone here, 27 to 30, and dug a deep plug about 6-7 inches. Said it was in the plug, and I just pulled some of the dirt away and check it out. I don't know what this is, if it's an elongated penny or something else, I don't know. But I just grabbed the camera. Boy, it sure is green. Definitely old. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come right back. I got to spray it off and give it a brush, and we'll see what it is. Well, that is what it is. It's an elongated souvenir penny, and it has the Lord's Prayer on it. So very cool. I always like finding these souvenir pennies. So the other side looks to be just smooth, but neat piece, and definitely glad I dug that one. Well, I absolutely love finding those souvenir elongated pennies. And personally, the oldest one that I've ever found was one from the 1940 New York World's Fair. But these elongated pennies go even further back. Matter of fact, they first debuted in 1893 at the Columbian Exposition in Chicago, Illinois. Well, believe it or not, collecting these elongated pennies is a recognized branch of numismatics, and you can even send them in to get graded and slabbed just like regular coins. And their popularity has really never waned, and they're still being cranked out at tourist attractions all across the country. Well, this one, pretty deep, about 6 inches. Give me a 15, and I finally got it out. Pretty cool. Little iron D buckle, or probably part of some horse tack. That's a pretty nice piece. Well, not too far from that piece of horse tack I just recovered, got another signal. This one's going to be at 18. I dug down about 8 inches and finally got it out. But it appears to be another piece of horse tack or something like that. Pretty interesting piece right there. So happy to see that, because you know it's going to be late 1800s, early 1900s. So there's the house that's next to the lot I was also hunting, and this is where I got the horse tack pieces here, and it's right on the corner of the street. And I got another. It was actually a pretty decent high tone, 28 ringing up, but I tell you what, I had to go down 11 inches, and look at that. It definitely fits the other pieces that I found as part of a horseshoe. And since this is on the corner of the street, I think this may have been an area where they tied off the horses and buggies when they came to visit the people at this house. And I'll tell you what, it's just awesome. The things you find, it just brings history to life, and the people that lived here, it brings their lives back, and it's really interesting to see the evidence left from so long ago. I was just working the side yard of this old house, and I got a really nice 27-28 signal. Dug down and was really surprised. I didn't think it was going to be anything, and I wiped it off, and I was like shocked. I'm like, wow, that is awesome. Look at this. That's a Great Seal cuff button. Probably going to be World War II era. There's been some other military things found here. As a matter of fact, just last week the homeowner sent me a text with a picture of a sterling silver sharpshooter cross that they had found after a good rain. It was just sitting on top of the ground. So this probably came from the same soldier, and very happy to have that. Well, that's where I just got that Great Seal cuff button, and I moved over here, and there were just tons of signals, so I used my pinboard to isolate one, and turned out I got a 22-23 and got a old wheat penny, and believe it or not, same era as that button, 1945. Well, this one was giving me a 17, and I thought it was just a piece of scrap metal, but I kept thinking I was seeing some kind of design, so I was cleaning the back, and And then I flipped it over, cleaned it, and I just couldn't make it out, but then all of a sudden I saw it. Check it out. It's like a longhorn steer. I have no idea what that went to, but it's pretty darn cool looking. Yeah, it's funny because I had it like this, and I'm cleaning, I'm like, what is that? Still working this area. Oh, I think I got something really cool in the hole. Give me a 15, and this is why I say dig it all. Oh man, it was still in the hole, and I put my digger in off to the side and gave it a push, and I think I have something very cool. I think it's a toy soldier. Holy cow, look at that. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I think it's World War One. Holy cow, will you look at that. That, oh my lord, that's awesome. Wow. A little bent, it's got a little break right there. But look at that, man, to find it complete, absolutely incredible. Oh, I love digging these, and it is so hard to find them like this. Horseback, complete, and it looks like a doughboy with his sword drawn. It's a cavalry soldier. Just awesome. Let me get it brushed up just a little bit. Look at that. That made my day. That is so awesome. Just stunning. Yep, my day's complete. That just capped it all off. That's so cool. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll get a chance to go over and check out the Finding America eBay store. Now, don't go anywhere just yet. I have some very unusual historical photos I really want to share with you, and those are coming up in just a few seconds. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure, and I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.